Oh, okay, so it's not a massive thing. Plus, you got people who block on that as well, so you won't need to use the revulse as much.
Yeah.
So, just a quick one. I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
I don't know if Harry's already spoke to you. Normally, with your Black Orcs, you want them at the front line punching things.
Right.
With me, my punchy things are stronger than yours. So what you want to do is keep your Black Orcs away from my big guys, but put them up against my skeletons. So skeletons have got low armour, so you want to be punching those if you can.
As much as I can.
Yeah, so if I put my big guys on the front line, you're going to want to put your big guys out on the wide. If that makes sense.
Who once again join us for this live Bloodbowl transmission. I'm Jim Johnson, and I'm assisted by
I'm kicking to you, am I?
Bob Biffin.
Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, especially you ladies.
My big guys are strength 5.
Are these your big guys here that are up against my Black Orcs at the minute?
Yeah. So, out on the wide, both sides, you've got my blitzers. And then you got 2 guys at the back, throwers.
Is the wide the 2 lines that are separated from the middle?
Yes.
Right, okay.
So,
I'm asking for a Bloodbowl team for Christmas for the tabletop.
Nice. Which one are you thinking of going for?
Well, I'm thinking Orcs again just to start, because I'm already a bit used to them in playing.
Well, if that's the case, it's worth... I don't want you to go there. Go on then, get in there, Brittle McGee.
So who do I want to be putting up at the front line then?
I've got 30 seconds to think about it. So I'm kicking to you, aren't I? So you get the choice. You can set up on the outside and try and outnumber one of my bigger guys. Or you can just put 3 normal guys on the front line and have your bigger guys outside and try and blitz.
Right.
I'm generally, to be fair, I generally set my guys a bit further back. Because I don't like being punched. I mean... You could set a big guy up. In the middle.
It's not letting me put my Black Orcs in the wide.
Oh, it's because you've got 2 people on the wide either side. So if you bring one of those people into the middle, it'll allow you. In Blood Bowl 2, it lets you put as many on the outside. It just tells you that you've got too many on the outside. See, if you really want to risk it, you could put a Black Orc in the middle there and just have 2 normal Orcs either side and punch my middle guy. But the issue you have is my big guys are going to punch your big guys. Now, I think with the same movement.
Right. I've got an extra Black Orc here. I've got 4 of them.
I've got 4 big guys.
Right. So where would you put this one here that I'm moving now? Would you put him up the front as well, or would you keep him at the side?
The Bloodbowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust.
I'd probably put him with another one, maybe.
Bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away.
See, what you have done is you put one of your blitzers up front. Now, it could work out for you. It might not. It's one of those risks you got to take. Because you have block and my guys don't. There's always a chance that it forces me to reroll. But if I do hit you, mind you, your guys are all armor 9 anyway, so I shouldn't really be breaking your armor that much.
Right.
Apart from your throwers, I think are armor 8, aren't they? Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with this.
See, this is what your aim will be. Your aim will be to try and punch as many of my skeletons and outdo me in the punching game.
And just make you have as little characters as possible.
Yeah.
Here we go
Right.
again
you're-
for another bloodbath.
Changing weather, it stayed the same as it's just bounce one.
You going up there?
Oh, no, another one who actually plays the ball.
How good are the odds on a 4+ if the person has paths and sure hands that I'm throwing to?
Well, it's two, because you get a reroll, don't you? So it's two 50-50 throws, which averages like better than 50-50, like 75%.
Did you hear that the Orchard Raiders lost their last match
Oh no,
against the
it didn't
Dancers?
say.
Dancers? You mean war dancers?
Oh well.
Oh, this is where you could
can
use your wizard if you wanted to.
Should I
Obviously,
use it?
no. There's no point
Okay.
yet.
So your big guys, are they the ones, the two that... There's
Two
a
either
skeleton in
side.
the middle.
And then
Are
two
the-
other side.
Are they the two either side? Are those the big guys that I need to stay clear of?
Yeah.
Right. What team do you play then on the tabletop?
Nurgle. I have got human and orcs, but I haven't used them. In the new, when we get back to it, the
Yeah.
new
That's one regulation clobbering.
league, I'm gonna get to human.
You're playing on the tabletop as it does here. On here.
Pretty much, yeah.
And is it the exact same way of playing?
Gem-
Quality required of an orc. To hit hard, and if possible, not to think. The latter
Sorry,
is
your
considered
mic went
a
really like
nasty flaw.
staticky,
sorry.
loud.
Do you put...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good job his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it
You
full
killed
in
him.
the face.
No, he's alright. I've just
oh,
injured him.
badly hurt.
That has leveled him up though. You generally find that not many people die, or there's not as many deaths. Well, I found
Yeah.
anyway.
I'm trying to remember who it was that I played and I dealt a fair bit of damage. And I think I killed one or two, badly hurt a lot.
Why have I got my throwers? I'll kick into you. What a waste. I should have had my other skeletons on instead of my throwers, I just realised. So, generally what happens is Harry has everyone play each other twice, so you kind of have a home and away
With
game.
me.
So, for example, he'll randomise when we play each other.
Yeah.
So, for example, well, last time we had 16 players, we had 4 leagues of 4.
Right.
And for example, I play Harry first,
Right.
and then I play Kieran, and then I play you, and then I play Sean with his Dark Elves.
Right.
Then what happens is, I then play Harry, then I play Kieran, then I play you, and then I play Sean again.
And then is it the average?
Well, it's whoever's got the most points. So
Right.
you get it 3 points for a win, 1 point for a
Right.
draw, nothing for a loss. Trying to think what else I'm missing. Oh, then the winners of those go into semi-finals and finals.
Oh, right. Is that what the 4 leagues of 4's about? Then it narrows it down.
Yeah. The time we did before, we had just one league. We played each other twice.
Right.
Finally, there's one that lets his biceps do the talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation.
I'm not gonna lie, being a Black Hawk down is gonna be rough, but you should generally be faster than me. Because most of my skeletons move at 5, my throwers are moving at 6, and one of my blitzers move at 6, but the other one isn't because
Today's
got -1
insight
movement.
comes from Jaime Schnibbel, coach and owner of the Goblin Lowdown Rats team. In yesterday's Spike magazine, he said that Bloodbowl
So I've
was like
realised
war.
that
No
as I
winners,
gouge
just
hearts,
Oh,
could punch my
that's
blitzer for
perhaps
2
keeps
dice.
his team's position
There, you've
correct.
moved that one there.
Your blitzer.
Yeah, as I
Let's see that.
you get it either way.
That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the 91 final against Reichland.
Oh yeah, you kneecapped him.
I'm just gonna try it.
Oh, nice. I was 2 dice against.
Yeah, but you pick.
I'll take the push. Gutsy, I like that. I don't think you need to use the wizard yet. Like I said, you're literally going to do it in the last gasp. For example, especially in my team, it takes me forever to get up the pitch with the ball. So if I do get towards your end zone, you're going to want to...
Is it MA is how many squares you can move?
Yeah.
So
A
if,
recent medical
if your
report
Tomb
stated
Guardian
that
can move
cerebral
4, he can move
hemorrhages
6,
were
but he
less
has to roll
frequent in Blood Bowl
dice
players.
for 5 and 6.
Amazing.
Yes.
Not really, when you consider that brains
I'm a lot
are also
better
less
at this than last time in knowledge, but not in actual gameplay.
You'll get used to it. It is a rough learning curve.
Yeah. It's fun though. I have fun either way.
That's the main thing you got to take about it. I mean, the amount of games me and Harry have played where, you know, last season, Harry should have scored a touchdown.
Right.
He got into a position. He needed a 3-0 catch because it was raining, and his witch elf dropped it, which it gave me the chance then to throw the blocks I needed to.
Right.
Then he had another chance towards the end of the game. Knocked the ball out successfully, but then it bounced to one of my big guys who caught it on a natural 6.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly, it's really ugly.
I'm not gonna lie though, it does become satisfying when you get one of them teams where they've got really low health, and I mainly injured them a lot. I'm still trying to think who it was that I went against. I seem to remember it being a fast team, but it wasn't a very strong team.
According to the Spike magazine, Cambrian historians and
Killed at least one of the
psychiatrists
players
make up a large
and
chunk
badly
of the
hurt a few of
fan base
them.
for the Cambrian
But,
teams,
I
Bob.
can't remember who
Yes,
it was.
Jim. Apparently,
that I was
amnesia
playing.
psychiatrists are particularly fascinating with the Wallatup scavengers because the only thing they remember are the basic rules of Blood Bowl.
Oh yeah, do you remember that interview we did with them once? The only thing they
It is a
said
like I say, it is a satisfying game. But then, like Mike should have beat me last game of the season. But when he come out with his master plan, he made the block again. The ball bounced, and one of my big guys caught it, and it bounced towards the goal. It was more like where your thrower is with the ball. If that's where it bounced him, I just had to run that short distance, and he couldn't catch up with me then. I made up drawing one apiece, but he should have won. That's the way it goes sometimes. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh no.
I mean, that Black Hawk on the side, I think that's a 1 dice block at the moment, but if you really wanted to, you could move Gorlop up to next to Bad Hawk, and that'd give you the 2 dice against him. If that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, where would I put him? Towards the corner, in between the boats, in between Gore, in between...
No, the other side, so you'd put him next to Bad Hawk, but he's at the corner to the Sphinx. You move him.
He's not next to the Black Hawk, but he is.
No, he's next to the Blitzer. So you move him. If you're looking at it, 1. That's it. Then he gives the assist to him, so now it's 2 dice.
Poetry in motion.
What we'd like to see
More often.
And obviously, Bad Hawk's free to move wherever he wants now, if he wants to blitz or not, or whatever. The one thing I'd definitely move is
he's not available.
Bad Hawk. Oh, did he get up? Oh, you moved him, didn't you? Yeah, sorry.
If I moved Top Ram, the blitzer that's on the floor, next to my Black Hawk, that's in between your skeleton and blitzer, would that then give my Black Hawk a 2 dice block against your blitzer?
Yeah.
Right. Let's see then. I'll just try going there. It's...
Oh, come on. There we go.
There we go.
To push. I mean, if it's against the blitzer, you push him to the sideline. Yeah, there you go. You probably want to move your thrower. Now, whether you want to move down the left-hand side or the right-hand side by Tokram. So one thing you could do then is next turn.
Where's Tokram?
The one you just moved up next to, the Black Hawk who's made the block.
Yeah. The trouble is though that you've got your skeleton and Tomb Guardian round there.
The Tomb Guardian's going to block the orc there. Or you could take him the other way.
What's that?
You could take him the other way past Tokth, Gorlop and Badhor and work your way down that side.
Yeah, is what I've found though is that my Black Orc in the middle has a 2 dice block against your blitzer. So I'm going to take that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you get him?
Yeah. I'll take him there.
Now there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
See, my big guys are taken up by your smaller guys at the moment.
Yeah.
So even if I do punch them, you just want to be... I mean, if you really want to be risky, you could... Because I can't really do a lot around this right-hand side.
So with that... So
you could, if you want to be risky, you could, yeah. You could go your right and throw it to maybe Gorlop or Badhor for next turn.
I know, but it's 5. It's 5 up. Can I still throw 5 moves?
Yeah.
If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on cable vision.
It's only 4.
With a reroll, you got 2 seconds.
He's got sure hand.
Oh
wow.
Oh my god.
That was bad. What was that? I'm deeply ashamed.
Well, I'm gonna
He's
go
going at the front line next round.
Oh, you got your wizard, haven't you?
Should I use it or not?
You don't need to at the moment.
I don't think so, no. Do you only get one turn to use him?
Yeah, 1 turn for the whole game.
Right.
Okay. got your blitzers on strength 2.
Where's that?
The one next to Snap, Crack and Block. Blood Claw, is it? The thing is, I need to get this guy out. So.
Jeez.
Sometimes I think they were better off left buried in the sand, Bob.
Really, Jim?
Yeah, Bob. Have you ever actually seen a throw raw throw a long bomb?
No, Jim, but I thought you didn't like the throwing game anyway, huh?
You get up. Okay, let's throw some blocks. Oh.
That's a good one for me.
Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now.
I'll take it.
You know my wizard? Would
Yeah.
he be any use against your Tomb Guardians?
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's just basically 2 up against anyone.
Okay.
I think what you'd be wanting, the time you'd want to use it in your turn is if you're about to break through and he's in the way. The thing is, you roll in armor break on 3 dice, I think, but it's not with armor 10. It's very hard to injure them.
You can't say much
Oh
about
no,
that.
he's gonna have to throw us.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal.
Right then, I'm now thinking. Because I have a 1 dice block against your Tomb Guardian with my Black Hawk in the corner. Because I need to try and get my thrower free.
Yeah, okay, I'll get what you mean.
I've got my reroll, so.
You get him.
Yes.
What violence.
See, what you could do
It's a great
is get
spectacle,
Gorlop.
Bob. Good recovery.
Then what you could do is get him to run him up to by Bad Hall and get him to pass it off to him, hand off to him.
Did you know
What,
that underworld
so get him
judges
next
woke
to
up a century
Battle?
prior to
Yeah,
the other
and then
Kenry
hand off,
team?
and then he can run down the side.
Which explains why they are the worst Kenry team out there in the circuit today.
The worst indeed, Bob.
That's right, Jim. They had
For
no
some
one to practice
reason-
with.
My Blitzer's not able to move again.
Bad Hall?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, I know why.
Why?
Because he got up and moved across. But it's okay because he's in a protected position with his with the Black Hawk.
Yeah.
To be fair, blitzing with him wouldn't, I don't think, be a bad idea.
With who?
The guy you got blitzing then for a second.
Oh.
I'd do it last
What,
though.
The skeleton.
Yeah, get out and like blitz him a tip. So you dodge out from Amon Ra. It's easy
to do it now.
I don't know if there's anything else you've got to do. Is there anything else?
Well, the only other ones I can make is I can make a 1 dice block with my Black Orc against Sobek, and I can make...
Tokram's a 2 dice against, isn't it?
I think I'll just do it now.
I'm just saying, because if you do that, it kind of frees you up. Oh, come on.
I'm going through my reload. Crazy.
Still echoing round his body.
Every now and again,
This is the thing.
throws up a real mixed bag.
Like the motley horde is made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week.
I'm not it just yet. I'll see how this time plays out. Because if need be, if someone gets up the pitch, that's when I'll use them.
See, really, with a 3 reroll, you should have made that.
Yeah.
And you knock him a tip down. Torbos tops the block, so he's pretty much sorted. Anything but a 1. He knocks him a tip over, or pushes him. And then it leaves the Sphinxter getting up and having a 1 dice block against the Black Orc.
Yeah.
Or 2 dice against the Blitzer. But then your Black Orc's still there, in the way, and then your Bad Orc go up and run down the line, and then it may be that you want to use the lightning bolt then to stop like shake, rattle, throw getting there. If that makes sense. Let's start off with a block of it. I can't get this guy. He's just standing up all the while. Let's follow up. He's a push as well. Sure.
I will say for some of my unlucky dice rolls, I'm getting lucky dice rolls with you not being able to hit me. In cases where I need not to be hit.
Yesterday,
I say
I
that looking
interviewed
at some of my
the troll's
orcs
super
on the ground.
champion.
Interesting.
And I can tell you that he's as
I had that one
violent
injury
off
at the
pitch
start.
as on it. He's skinned alive my colleague from Elf magazine.
What do you expect when you put an elf next to a troll? It's nothing personal,
Okay,
just an instinctive reaction.
Sure.
This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
I'll take that.
That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department.
I'm gonna leave him on the floor. It's not worth getting him up.
Right. I'm thinking the best thing that I could really do is I'm thinking that I have to use my blitzer to try and throw it to my thrower.
What you could do is, well, you could hand it off to him again. It's not a throw, he just catches it. It's just a 3-up catch. I think he gets to use his sure hands.
Dodge.
You don't have to. You don't get the minuses for handing off.
Now, orcs have always gone.
You
No,
should
but I'll have to dodge to get out of the zone.
They discovered the purpose of the
Or
ball.
would
No,
you-
no, he's right behind you, isn't he?
Oh, okay. So would you pass it to him?
Honestly, in what this part is, I'd get the people up that can get up and start moving them across, or keeping them in tackle zones. But I wouldn't go for it with him. I'd just move him a square. I'd get Srifak up. I'd get your Black Orc up in the middle. If you wanted to, Azag can either move across to take up some of that middle bit, which is probably what I'd do.
Me too.
Azag Gouge Hearts. You can either take him back to try and help that guy who's about to go off the line, but I don't think you're going to help get him back. Or you can sit him, you know where your big guy is in the middle?
Yeah.
Sit him the other side of there next to my blitzer.
Hang on.
So you're tying those up.
Right.
I'd probably blitz the skeleton with your Black Orc that's on the floor on the right hand side.
Right.
Push is fine. Push him inwards, obviously, because you want to keep the...
Oh, I accidentally... Oh wait, push him there.
Yeah, and then follow up, that's perfect.
And then pass.
Then hand off to Gorlop, and then I'll get Gorlop running down.
The side. Oh my god.
Come on. There we go.
And then, how far down the side as far as I can go?
See, it's up to you whether you want to risk the 2 go for it.
Yeah.
Or you could have really done with him except going down. But Amon Ra's stuck there. In 1, at least. Have you left him on the side? I would have brought him in off the line at the edge. Never leave him on the edge. And I'd have been looking at where my big guy is. You've got a wizard, so your choice is either hitting the big guy that's free, or hitting my thrower who's further on down. I'd probably certainly take the big guy. So if you go up to the top right, there's a little book icon. Oh, it's gone onto my turn. Did you end it? Joel?
Did you know that the Pescatits Blackhawks were the first Khemri team that took to the pitch again, Jim?
Oh, really, Bob? What woke them up?
It was the magical energy from the Cablevision network.
There we go. Can you hear me, Joel?
Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's gonna need a good one.
Ejected like a whispered straw. He won't live long.
You're telling me? Hooligans are on the field then. Nehikara City Chiefs, Neterketet Bagar Bandits, just to name a few good Khemri teams. What's your thought on their performances?
Well, Bob, I am not convinced they have risen to their former glory. I think they were better in the old days.
It must be hard to be a Blood Bowl player raised from a long, long sleep. But I have to say, I'm impressed they remember the rules.
Apparently, not all of them remember the game so well, Bob.
Okay, let's see if we can get this working again.
There we go.
Oh,
I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't hear. Okay.
Yeah.
What I was saying, and you obviously couldn't hear me, I would have brought your thrower in off the sideline, because you never leave players on the sideline, and I would have thunderbolted one of the big guys, the big guy that's free. I don't know if you heard that, I was trying to explain it to you with the book. how to do it.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, that's probably why then. I'm gonna leave it at there. Obviously, okay. Your one big guy's free now, isn't he?
Which one?
As I go eat skulls. Toth
Yes.
can also get up. What you may want to do is you can either bring him down to where the skeleton's touching the guy with the ball.
Look over there. Some
Yeah.
cute
You
little
can either
elf
go
beauties
for it and
are
blitz
selling
him,
big
or
moot
you
sandwiches in
can
the stands.
Hey, I'm
blitz
off the
with the
depot.
ball thrower.
5 minutes.
And so now you like big moot sandwiches?
No way.
What?
What-
Blitz the skeleton next to me. It's it.
So what I'd do is, if it was me, I'd move Toth, who you've got up.
I can't move him.
Okay. I was gonna say I'd have moved him to cover one of the big guy next to your Black Hawk.
Right.
Brobag can't reach there, okay. I'd move Ashag Eat Skulls up to next to where the skeleton is.
Would you not blitz him?
No, because I would risk it and I'd do the 2 dice blitz with your thrower. And the reason I do that
It wouldn't be a
is
blitz. It'd just be an attack.
you can click on the right hand side, there's a lightning bolt. So when you select the player,
Right.
you press that and it allows you to blitz. Because what you can do is you can either push him
What
out the
does it
way.
do then? What would be the difference between blitzing him and attacking?
Blitzing you can move afterwards. So if you knock
Right.
him down, you can knock him to the side so he'll still be in the tackle zone of the big guy.
Right.
And you can follow up so you get that space, and then you can move further on down the pitch. And you can
Right,
either
so
leave his...
You'd move Eat Skulls up next to my thrower.
Not next to him, a space extra across, so he's diagonally
Let's
next to my... There, that's
There.
it. Then...
And then
That the
blitz
Orchard
with
Raiders
him.
lost their last match against
Yep.
the Dancers.
Dancers? You mean war dancers?
Oh, come on.
I have to go for that. That's not good.
Oh, sorry, man.
That's
Your
alright.
dice rolls have been horrendous. It's up to you now. If I was you, I would use your
Mm.
lightning bolt, click the book, the lightning bolt, and use it on my
Yeah.
big guy next to the ball.
It didn't do anything.
I don't know whether you
I
have
was
to...
supposed to right click him.
I think so.
Ah, it didn't do anything.
Well, because you're still learning, I'll leave him alone for the turn. So
No.
if you...
Take it.
No, because the only reason you didn't do it is because you weren't sure what you were doing, that's all. Otherwise, he'd probably be down on his backside. So it's only fair. See, what... I'll explain my thinking behind what you do. With that Gorlop, you knock him a step out of the way. You're rolling 2 dice. You know, you need a 3+ and either one of them.
Yeah.
You knock him down, you get to move the extra space. If not, you just push him, stay where you are, and carry on running down the side. And then you get
Yeah.
to choose whether you want to go for it to get yourself further. And then what
Yeah.
you do is you'd either lightning bolt the skeleton or the thrower that are behind him. And then that forces me into a 1 dice block, blitz, or to try and just stop you.
The
Then
trouble
you've-
is, I was going down the line, is I then risk getting
Yesterday,
pushed
I
off.
interviewed
Well, you'd come in
River
one.
Bulldog,
If
the
you
Yeah.
wanted to,
super
you could
champion.
risk
Interesting.
And I can
going
tell you that
into
he's
the
as
space
violent off the
diagonally
pitch as
behind
on.
the skeleton.
He skinned
So you're
alive
one
my
in.
colleague from Elf Magazine.
Lightning bolts in him, so you're free, and then it forces me to move the other guy.
It's nothing personal,
But
just
then
an
you've got your
instinctive
Black
reaction.
Hawk that can come down and cover anyway.
Right.
But then you roll the skull, double skull. Well, attacker down, both down. To be fair, there's nothing I can really do this half to actually score. I don't think. I mean, it'd be a long stretch for me to get the ball and then pick it up and then throw it
To the skeleton.
to the skeleton who's actually covered.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try it because it's outrageous. That's a push. Not follow up. I don't even think I can get there because I need to get that guy out. Out of the way.
Ouch! I think young viewers should close their eyes.
No, he's just fine, he'll be back. This is the thing with orcs as well, they can take a punching because they're just big.
Yeah.
Okay. You can come and stand here.
Did you know that underworld judges woke up a century prior to
You
the
can
other
stand
Khemri
next to him.
Yes, Jim.
Punch him.
Which explains
Sure,
why
why not?
they are the worst Khemri team out there in the
It's
circuit
reroll.
today.
The worst indeed, Bob.
That's right, Jim. They had no one to practice with.
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
Okay.
I might as well try doing that. Pushing him up the way. Hang where I am. I might as well go for it.
I should have checked this house working before trying
Oh
to
my
pick
god,
up
I can't believe you fouled on the pickup.
I know.
Because that was a 4-up dodge.
I might as well save my wizard till.
Second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much going to happen apart from if I roll stupidly well, which ain't going to happen. I need to pick the ball up on
He
a
checked that
4-up, I
move.
think, or
Being
5-up.
stupid, you mean?
And then throw it to a skeleton.
Yeah, who's going to catch it on a 5-up or a 4-up?
Now, orcs have always gone for a power game.
Or you
have to
throw
realize
us,
that it was
actually.
only
Or
recently
blitz,
that they
sorry.
discovered the purpose of the ball during a match. It's pathetic to see a so-called professional
There
doing
you
a
go.
thing like that.
Amateur!
I don't think you can score now, so getting the ball probably isn't a priority.
Yeah.
You probably
I
just
think
want
I'm
to
just gonna
punch skeletons,
Yeah.
if you can punch them. I mean, if you wanted to get some 2 dice blocks in,
I'm just gonna try that. It's not gonna work.
what the hell?
I'm just gonna go for it.
Oh man, you got block as well.
And it's paid off.
Ah. Damn. I suppose I'll go down on the spot.
Was worthy of a black orc.
There we go.
You're telling me it'll take a while to
I
get
can't believe you
over.
did that.
I've been called a madman.
Bloodbowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say, but it really only comes down to taking a few hits.
There we go.
Okay. I mean, I think he's just got 2 dice in. I can get there with a couple of go for it. Okay. If I can even pick up the ball, then throw it.
And then go for it.
Yeah.
Or catch it and go for it.
That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, it's so absurd that I'm not even gonna be sad if it works out.
It's just funny, the weird things like this generally tend. I've had weird things happen like this. Like Ben, when he beat me 3-1, I think it was, last turn of the game, my throw was at the back edge for my Amazons. She ran up, picked up the ball, threw it, long bomb. The person caught it and then ran in for the touchdown with 2 go for it.
The player gets hold of the ball. According to the
Okay,
Spike
well, you caught
magazine,
it.
Kemrian historians and psychiatrists make up a large chunk of the fan base for the Kemrian teams, Bob.
Yes, Jim. Apparently,
And now he's thinking about it.
psychiatrists are
Oh
particularly
no.
fascinating with the Wallatup scavengers.
Oh no.
Because the only thing they remember are the basic rules.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Do you remember that interview
Oh
we
please,
did with
please
them
fall
once?
over.
The only thing they said
Please.
was,
Please
"We
fall
must
over.
score touchdowns."
Please, 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 please. No!
You know what? The thing is, this is going to wind Harry up so much. Because he's been Dark Elves, he's supposed to be a throwing team, and he says my team can't throw, and that's happened.
And the supporters
I'm not being funny, but Blood Bowl doesn't want you to win this game. It's
Yeah.
the amount of dice rolls we've had that have been really bad. I mean, that injury right off the start was terrible. Hey, you knocked out
Well,
goal.
I'm gonna keep to my promise. I'm not mad. I'm more amused.
It's one of those things I think you just can't take it seriously. Blood Bowl. It's just absurd. I remember going to tournament my Nurgle and getting beaten up by Pansy Elves. I suffered like 3 or 4 injuries. One of them dead. And I was the punching team. I was like, what? Anyway, what was the film you ended up watching?
Silver Linings Playbook.
What's that one?
It's Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, right, okay. What's that about?
Well, he has a bit of a mental breakdown. That's the main premise. And he has to go back and live with his mum and dad. And then so-and-so happens, his dad makes a bet. He has to then win it back. But with this person that he met. It's a bit of an odd story, but it was funny. It's quite good.
I like Bradley Cooper. Pretty cool.
Yeah, good actor.
I ended up watching that Knives Out the other day.
Oh, was it any good?
Yeah, it's not too bad if you like the old kind of style of murder mystery.
I'm sorry, that's an old reflex on hearing the
Yeah.
starting whistle.
It's pretty good in that way. You have kick-off return.
I just can't. I can't bring myself to watch it. It's Ryan Johnson, and I'm pretty mad at him for what he did to Star Wars. Not
Ball
gonna-
went straight into his hands.
See what I mean? He's just caught that
Yeah.
straight away. It's absurd. I can see what people mean. I've watched I've binge watched The Mandalorian over the past few days.
Yeah. Have you seen the new episode?
Yeah, I watched it today.
What do you think?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, I didn't like the first couple of episodes. From the first series.
Yeah, Jim, something to do with swapped body parts.
If I'm honest with
There
you,
was a time when the college's
I've always
approach
enjoyed
hadn't
it,
ruled on
but at
limiting
first
wizard
it did
assistants to teams.
take some getting used to the whole Baby Yoda thing.
Yeah. That's
at first I thought it was a bit of a gimmick, but then I think that the story went really well around it. And I do like the premise of this new series of him trying to bring him back to the Jedi.
See, I was kind of disappointed because I thought it was supposed to be about Boba Fett.
Oh. Well, have you fully seen this?
Yeah, he's supposed to be the end of the episode, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, but I'd heard ages ago that they'd cast the actor of Django to play him.
Ah, okay.
And then when the sheriff was talking about his armour, I had a feeling that he was going to get it off Jawas, because in one of the comics it had shown that Boba had been rescued from Tatooine when he'd come out of the Sarlacc pit by Jawas.
Okay.
And then it turns out that sheriff is his characters from a book that I've got, Star Wars book. So I've got to read that now.
I did enjoy the bit where you got the Jawas and the Tuscans, the way it showed you a bit more into their habits and that. I enjoyed that part of it.
Yeah, but I've enjoyed it all the way through, but just in the first couple of episodes, it did take some getting used to Baby Yoda.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it. I thought it was just like, you know, when you have those support characters in games which do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like that, and then he started doing things, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do like the whole premise with him, that he's what's the word I'm after? He's kind of conflicted. You can see as a child, he's like when he force chokes the woman, because when they're arm wrestling, he thinks she's trying to hurt him.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I like about this the premise of the new series, of this new season, that he's trying to bring him back to Jedi. Because I've not seen the full of the Clone Wars, but I'm pretty sure that there's some fight that breaks out between the Mandalorians and the Jedi.
Yeah, I mean, I say there's a fight there. I don't know how much it breaks out into, but you do see like a couple of them with the dark blades.
Yeah.
I don't know how you haven't broken armor yet.
Oh, yes.
See, if he's got any more movement, that battle can keep moving if you wanted him to. I don't know if you want him to. I don't know whether you put him to fair. I think I'd try and bring him back and try and stop me coming down the right hand side if you could.
With who?
Anyone you can.
The Bloodbowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away.
Need to be used.
I mean, I'll try and get Gaul up across there, but maybe send him directly across in case I try and run up. Srifak is in a good place. I'd probably bring Tok'ram to next to Bastard as well, the Blitzer. Makes it more difficult to get me to get out then. I mean, there's not much you can do with the Tomb Guardian being there, because it's just by chance.
Would it be worth using the lightning bolt on your thrower, or not?
It potentially waiting a turn, because where I can get to is only I'll be a bit further away. Because if you hit it there, mind you, it might bounce next to your Black Hawk. It might bounce to the edge. It could bounce to one of the guys next to me, where I could pick it up.
Right.
It's entirely up to you.
I'll wait.
Whereas if you hit him when he's near enough on his own.
Yeah.
That's not a good start. I say that's not a good start, I can't really complain.
Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like big mood sandwiches?
Ah, no way. A little elf beauty, yeah.
I don't like this. Ah, that's where it all falls apart.
This player needs some time to get his senses back.
What a coward.
Get up.
And my guy's stunned. Oh, I didn't get so back up either.
No, I've made the wrong decision there.
Oh, brilliant sidekick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
I shouldn't have pushed him.
Maybe push my guy to the line, straight back.
Yeah.
Good Srifak's moved, hasn't he?
Which one's that?
The one behind the blitzing guy.
There was a time when the colleges of magic
The
hadn't
thrower.
yet ruled on limiting wizard assistants to teams.
He moved up, didn't he?
The infamous
Yes, I think he
2472
got up.
Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders Stadium to sink into the earth.
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
I may as well go for it. There.
You get him.
What? Right on the schmozzle.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
See, Tox 3 to move now as well. I mean, you don't really need to worry about on Blitz because you can't really move far.
I think I might move him over here.
That's not a bad place, actually. Battle can do a 1 dice block if you're feeling risky against a skeleton.
Where's T?
He's the lineman on the line of scrimmage. You know on your screen, have you pressed G for the grid and N for the names?
No.
If you press G, it comes up with the grid.
Right,
Shows you, and then if you press N, it will come up with the names. It will give you. If you press it once, it gives you what they are, like thrower and that. If you press it twice, it gives you the actual names you give them.
Right. So who will you say can do this?
Battle. He could do a 1 dice block, I think, unless he's got up. I don't know if he's on.
Can't move.
Ah, okay, he was on the floor, wasn't he?
I don't know. I think I might have attacked with him. I don't know.
I think they were better in the old days.
It must be hard to be a Bloodbowl player raised from a long, long sleep. But I have to say, I'm impressed they remember the rules.
Apparently, not all of them remember
I mean-
the game so well, Bob.
See, you've
I
done well
don't
at.
think it's worth it yet.
No, you've done well at stopping me there. Let's get you up first. Let's get you up before I decide anything else. See, I've got 2 dice block in the middle, which could knock Brobad, which could knock him down, and then it frees up my other skeleton.
Which can knock who?
There we go.
Ouch! Oh, he's knocked them senseless.
You're assuming then that he had something between his ears to begin with.
The question is, do I then blitz with him? So, save the ball carrier just in case.
No, that's not good.
Wow! I can tell you straight.
Slightly
that
better
hurts.
than I thought it would be.
The first
I'm still not
quality
going anywhere
required
though.
is to be able to hit hard, and if possible, not to think. The latter is considered a nasty flaw. What finesse, what style, what perfection.
What a hammer blow!
I'm getting lucky with these, rolling a lot of sixes to knock you down.
As soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch.
I like that. Black Hawk strip ball. I like that because obviously, if you want to be punching with anyone, it's going to be the Black Hawks.
Yeah.
If they hit the ball carrier. Oh, what did I pick there for?
Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim, that's never a nice sight.
The first thing that I need to get him up is him. Yeah. If I get him up here.
Oh, did you knock a blitzer out?
I don't know.
You must have.
I'll get him there.
Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets his medicine. and
She's
he's
out on the
having a little
sidelines
nap.
anyway. Yeah, you have. Because they're not there anymore. You see, knocked her out on this side. Ah, that's interesting.
So,
Yesterday, I interviewed Ripper Boldrot, the Trolls super champion.
See, you're doing really well
And
at
I can
containing
tell
me.
you that he's as violent off the pitch as on it. He's
I know, but the
skinned
thing
my
is now
colleague
he's
from
trying to
Elf
actually
magazine.
What
beat
do
you.
you expect when you put an
Try
elf
that.
next to a troll? It's nothing personal, just an instinctive reaction.
No.
Got him.
Oh, brilliant sidekick to the face.
Oh no, my cage is
See that
falling.
again in slow motion.
Let me see you. That's it. I just wanna. Or even try and come up behind.
Yeah, you've done really well in blocking me in here. I can't actually.
I'm gonna have to risk. Oh, never mind.
It's 3 up dodge, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, 4 up, but +1 for dodging. If you wanted to now, you probably. I don't know whether you feel like you could get the ball or stop me from picking it up.
I mean, I should have you in tackle zones even if you get your players up. So they should be easier to take down than they were.
Yeah.
But I think I might use the wizard on the thrower next turn.
I should have blitzed with that big guy.
The first quality required of an orc is to be able to hit hard, and if possible, not to think. The latter is considered a nasty flaw.
Dodge. Do that, do I? Okay. Oh, this is risky. Paid off though.
Who was that against?
The Black Hawk.
Oh,
That's one regulation clobbering.
this isn't right for me anymore.
I bet that hurt. Good job his nose got
Well,
in
that
the
was lucky
way.
there. I got that knockout.
Otherwise, he'd have got it full in the face.
Still, now the big guys have come over. I've got a bit more control, but you've still got. Oh no, you still got this guy here, who's got
Did you
block.
hear that the
So
Orchard
one
Raiders
dice isn't
lost
too
their
bad
last
against
match
my guy.
the Dancers?
You mean war dancers?
Where's that?
The one you were almost blitzed with just.
Who's he got a 1 dice to block against?
My thrower.
So
Oh no, he's strength 2, isn't he? Okay. I mean...
Oh no. Oh no, not good.
Did you mean to do that?
I wanted to go there, but...
So probably what I would have done. I mean, that just says it all for your game.
Are you serious? Well, that's not that good.
There's nothing more I can say about the fact that you're just not having any luck in this game at all.
In protest, I think I'm just going to have to hold out a sign outside GW. When was this game released?
Originally?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Back in the day, though.
Can you still hear me?
Yep, still here.
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules?
That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splotch.
In 2012.
Wow, I can tell you straight.
So I'm going to hold out a sign and tell them to fix their 8-year-old game.
I think it was in before that. The original one.
I'm looking at Chaos Edition.
Ah, the on.
Or,
Okay.
or in fact, I think I've thought of a better solution. Get Kieran to do it.
Yeah, I can imagine him just go, your game is shit.
Well, we should probably tell them that EA made it.
I mean, me and Sean had a great game in our semi-final game. Because I managed to get... I managed to punch a hole. It went into extra time. And I managed to get the stop on him, which I didn't think I'd be able to do. I managed to knock his wood shelf down. Then I managed to get the ball. I punched this hole, got everyone in place. All I had to do was make a 3-up re-rollable dodge. And I failed it both times. And then he managed to get the ball back and score from it. I was like, oh my god.
I'm just going to go for it like I'm mad, but I'm probably going to fail on the very first thing. Yep.
You have a re-roll.
There we go.
But every time you keep rolling a 1. I don't get it.
I think that my game was decided for me from the very beginning.
That's Bloodbowl for you, and that's nothing.
Voila! Right on the spot.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
Things are hot.
I'm not going to bother mucking about. Just score.
Okay.
You get a 10 punching me at least.
I made my 1 chance with my lightning bolt, and even that failed.
I know. I think the turn before would have been the one to do it in hindsight. At the time it was like, well, you cannot do it now, you can do it next time. So...
I think I might just move everyone to the front line.
Sometimes
but then again, I might not.
They were better off
I'll
left
probably
buried in
lose
the
a few
sand,
players.
Bob.
Really, Jim?
Yeah, Bob. Have you ever actually seen
These big guys, you can hurt.
No, Jim, but I
The
thought
way
you
you
didn't
do
like
it
the
is,
throwing game anyway, huh?
you have your front line normally, but what you do is say the Black Hawk you've got there.
Yeah.
You use him to tackle, and then you have one to the side. So if you're looking at your Black Hawk and the one directly right to him, who's on the edge of my line,
Which one's that?
the Sphinxter.
Yeah.
Or in fact, I'll put Amon Ra there so you can see. Okay. So Amon Ra's on the edge. What you'd do is you'd put a Black Hawk in front of him.
Right.
Then you get any old orc to the corner next to your Black Hawk, so he's only in the Amon Ra tackle zone, and on your turn run one round to the side of him, and that gives you +2 assists, so then all of a sudden your Black Hawk strength 6. It does take a lot of effort, and you could do that both sides, and then you kind of collapse in on the middle.
Right.
But it is hard to do. So then you'd have someone like Bador run to the side of Amon Ra, and then you've got a 2 dice block on him.
The team that is made up of a mix
would
of
you have
evil
add
players?
Their fans won the
Bador
most evil
there?
supporters of the year
Yeah,
award.
I mean,
Fully
if you wanted
marked,
to,
I've seen.
you could have Ugroth in the middle. And yeah, you do the same with Tok'ram, and then your big guys can punch. And then Ugroth could punch either Imhotep, or once Amon Ra's down, or Snap, Crack and Block, you can move one of your guys into the next to Ugroth, and he gets... I don't know if he would actually. 1, 2, 3.
I think that's the only thing that I'm going to have to try and take out of this player point.
If you do cause an injury on them, they're buggered. Because they take 2 injury rolls and roll both. But they can, on a 4-up, just ignore it. But I don't have apothecaries. I will get XT reroll for what it's worth. See, this is the thing. Normally in a game, an average game, I've used like 3 of my team rerolls in the first 4 turns.
Yeah.
Come on.
This isn't as devastating as I thought it would be.
No, it's not.
And that's just the icing on the cake.
Oh, for God's sake.
Now, orcs have always gone for a pattern. You have to realize that
dear
it was
God.
only recently that they discovered the purpose of the ball during a match.
I mean, it's like, he doesn't like me telling you how, you know, how you can try and hurt me. It's just like, no. I decide when he hurts you, not you. I mean, there's not much I can really do. So I'm just going to punch some people. Yeah, sure.
Hold still and then
stand last
right in the
season.
face.
Ugh. Pardon, what was that, sorry?
Weren't halflings banned last season?
They're banned for this season because of last season.
What happened with them?
Were they banned last season?
From what I've heard, was it that they were just really bad?
They were really bad, and they were just like an SPP farm.
Yeah. Why are they in the game then?
Looks like there was some bad
Because
blood
Blood Bowl's
between
never
those
been
two,
about,
eh, Bob?
even though it's a competitive game and it's got a competitive rule set, it's never really been competitive because everybody knows that it can be competitive, you just don't take the bad teams, but it's all about the fun and the outrageousness. That's what it's all about. It's just silly. I'm gonna leave it at that. So you got 2 turns, so you can try and do some more punching. Like on Tootin Carboon, who's out there on his own, you'd run Tockling around. But you could also, at the end of your turn, once you've done any blocks or getting up, run goal up and just try and throw to Srifak for the SPP. And then get Srifak, try and throw him back to him.
Right.
If you don't think you can score, which...
It's a catch! Now this player just needs to
that's
survive.
a 5+, so would you move Srifak closer?
You'd have to move Gore up close to Srifak.
Right. He can't go any closer unless he goes for it.
Well, that's a choice you have to make. I mean, it's not really gonna... It's not gonna make much difference to the game. It's just whether you get SPP. It's 5+ standard, so it'd be a 4+1 nick because you get +1 throwing.
Oh, mate.
I think. Don't quote me. I don't know. Oh, you made it.
Oh
My god. And that's just even more annoying. All you have to do is catch it. It's just a 3-up catch. That's what he needs.
One of the most annoying things is that I probably could have scored that goal when I was down in the line, and I couldn't. And I didn't know that you had to select which wizard power you wanted to use.
Yeah.
Now there's one that won't be coming back
That's
in
the
a
most
hurry.
annoying bit, I think. And then that you made that catch and score.
Corruption so widespread that the referees
This team's just lucky in that respect. I mean,
when and how
to be fair, it needs luck to win because it's
Under an agreement
these aren't a
signed
great
last
team.
season, the clubs are not allowed to offer less than the going rate.
I'm gonna give you the chance. So.
That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the 91 final against Reichland.
Oh yeah, you kneecapped him.
That's me done. So you've got
I'm just gonna try and catch.
a blitz, any blocks. I mean, you could do a 2 dice block on that skeleton, get Bro bad up, and then Good Claw doesn't block on him.
And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember,
This
these
is the next
are
thing I'm
seasoned
just gonna try
professionals.
and do.
Well, one of them is
Let's just try and pick up the ball.
There. Then.
Yeah, move Shrifak just to pick up the ball and then.
Yeah, now he's looking around for
Jump
support.
it. What the hell?
As you say, good
Critical failure again, a 1. I mean, I think I could have just, you know, let you run up to my lines and you'd have still fell over or something.
Okay, so they're bigger and stronger than the opposition. But where did that get them?
Well,
No
I
way.
had fun.
You think they'll learn?
Learning implies
Well, at least you had
neurons.